What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome to Tower Defense Tuesday. It's not very often where you hear me say these words, y'all, but here it is. You guys have got to play this game, and we are talking about Frankenstorm from Doodad Games. It's 100% free to play on Steam with zero monetization. What, you might ask? And here's the reason. This game that's out right now is intended to be like a prologue or a demo. However, just it in itself is wildly addicting, crazy fun, and 100% free. So, without question, you gotta jump in and play it. So what's Frankenstorm all about? Well, it is a roguelike tower defense game, and I think it's going to be best for me just to hop right in, as that is going to be the best way to explain it. Now, this is a roguelite, however, there is permanent progression as well. Throughout the course of your run, you will be collecting salvage. At the end of a run, you can spend that salvage, purchase a doodad. Now, the objective here is you are trying to protect your experiment, and your experiment is a one-shot. However, there are 3 switches that the enemies must hit to remove the shield from your experiment. These switches are in order, and the enemies must go in this exact order. So they're going to have to go to switch number 1, then switch 2, and then finally over to switch number 3. Now, you're going to have 2 things. Now, this is just, it's the base game, of course. You've got wires, you've got 1 tower type. You can place them down, you can pick them up, do whatever you want with them, and basically you're going to be starting from one of these yellow boxes. As you see here, we're going to start off with 40 wires and 5 towers, and you have to make your decision on exactly what you're going to want to do to protect and path the enemies using the wires and towers. Now, the enemies are not going to be able to cross over a wire, so your wires are your maze. And this one is going to throw me for a little bit of a loop here, but I'm curious to see what we can do. Now, I see right here, this is number 2. So if I come out and go through the middle, you see by doing that, that's forcing the enemies to go up to 1, back around to 2, back around to 3, and then back around once more, and finally into the objective. So what do we want to do to make this a little bit of a nightmare for the enemies here? Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go up. Oops. Derped those just a touch. Then we're going to go over, and I think we are going to create a big old maze over here for the enemies to run back and forth through. Now, of course, they're going to have to come over to 1, back over to switch 2, then back over to switch 3. Now, I also have 5 towers I can place, and the towers you can put anywhere on the wire. I am going to just slap them all right here just to get things started. Now, we can go ahead and get things running here. It is speed, so I'm going to slow it down to the default speed here. It actually went really, really quick. So after each wave, this is a roguelite, so you're going to get your choice on what you want to do. Since we're just building it out, I'm going with more wires. The more wires, the merrier. And anywhere where you see a yellow box, you can start building off of. Which means I could do something down here if I wanted. I could do something up here if I wanted. I could start a new one off of this post. However, what I plan to do is to come straight down this way as far as I can go. Now, I want to put this all the way over to here, and then eventually I am going to maze off. Or you know what? I've got another even more wonderful idea. I think I'm going to come up and then over this way, and then force the enemies to run through a large gauntlet down and around. Now, we, of course, are going to have to see, we've got to survive to get to a point where we are going to have enough wires and enough towers to burn through the enemies. I absolutely adore the art in the game. The characters are extremely fun. They're well done. Everything is really crisp and clean. It looks very, very nice. You see here, we're still building out, so we're going to go wires and towers as our choice. It's going to give us 5 more wires and 1 more tower. So let's just go ahead and take our 5 wires down as far as we can. We're going to put our 1 tower just right on the end of that wire there, and then let's go ahead and get it going. Now we can go ahead and speed it up. It's got 3 different speeds: the normal speed, a second speed, and then a third overdrive type of speed. Now I've got 2 towers here, or 9 wires. I think I'm going to go with the 2 towers and just get more power in. Now, as I mentioned here, you are going to be able to do whatever you want with these towers. So I can pick them up and move them. Okay, now we have some choices. Now, every choice you make with your tower also does something with the enemies. We see here we can increase the tower's damage by 5%. However, it's going to give enemies 0.3% max life regen per second. Here we give towers a chance to crit, but it's going to give the enemies 2% additional health. Let's go ahead and go with the straight up 5% tower damage, and we will keep it rolling here. So I've got it on the super speed, and let's see how we can go. Hopefully I'm able to get to a point where I get this completely built out. We got tower attack speed, but minus tower damage. We got more tower damage and enemy speed. Let's take that route and continue on here. Now, the enemies will get tougher and tougher as we progress through it. I'd really love to get some more wires and towers here, but it is a roguelike, so RNG is an element here. Enemies have a 3% chance to dodge. That's a big damage bonus, but a 3% chance to dodge. Let's go ahead and go for it. I don't want to take many of those. I don't want to end up giving the enemies like a 10 or 15 or 20% chance to dodge throughout. Okay, now here we get a choice to actually improve our permanent progression, and that is salvage. Now, we're going to earn salvage points naturally just by playing. However, you can sometimes get salvage as a reward. Now, since this is permanent progression, I am going to take that without a doubt, and let's continue to let it fly. You see we got some more wires here. The enemies are pushing out. We get 7 more wires. Let's bring those 7 on down. And we will just, once again, continue along here. Now, I want a bunch more wires. Give me more wires, please. Let's see, 7% tower attack speed for a little life regen. We'll take that. Looks like we're getting some more wires here next turn. Now remember, they can't hit this switch and go to this one because it was switch 1, 2, and then 3. There is 9 more wires. Now, I want to come up from here. We're going to go all the way. I think that is actually it, right? And then we'll start going this way. Now, what we're going to do is run this wire all the way over and this wire all the way down. That's going to force the enemies to run all the way through that gauntlet. And hopefully, I can continue to build this out and get enough to really make this happen. So, I'm excited for this particular build. We're going to have to see how well it holds up. We got 7 more wires here. Let's just go for it. And I am just going to go ahead and spend those right here and bring that all the way down. We have got the start to our little maze of hotness here, and I am looking forward to it.
Try harder.
Looking good. Okay, we get 8 more wires. Let's bring it down. Ideally, if I can get this extended all the way down, that's going to force the enemies past these towers here in additional time. Now, as soon as I get more of my maze built out here, I am going to want to move these towers around. And then hopefully, of course, I get even some more towers. Now that they hit switch number 2, they got to go back in for switch number 3. Let's see. Tower attack speed, 7% chance. Oof. 10% chance to spawn as a hound. This one's tough. We get plus 6 tower damage, like raw damage, but 9% reduced damage. So, well, let's go ahead and take that, and we'll continue on here. I didn't like the choices on that one, but, once again, it is a roguelite, and that is going to happen periodically, no doubt. All right, very nice. Okay, we got 9 more wires here. This should be able to stretch us around quite nicely. The closer I can get to this wall, the better, as it's going to force the enemies to get in there. Looks like we got wires and tower options next time. I'm going to take the tower options because I feel like I'm a little thin on towers right now. So I do want lots more wires, but the more towers, the merrier, that is for certain. Let's go ahead and grab the towers, and you know what? Let's put them, let's just put them right here, because we know we're forcing them at least to that point over and over again. And we'll let it fly. It looks like this next one we're going to get towers and wires, so we will take that for certain. Looking good so far, though, no doubt. Let's take the wires and the towers. Let's extend this down a little further. And then, you know what? Let's just throw our tower. Let's just put it right here. Or no, let's put it right there. We'll put it right on the end of that wire here, and we'll let it fly. That's going to continue to hit those bads throughout. So good stuff there. Very nice. Okay, we get 2 more towers here, which is quite nice. You know what? Let's just continue along the same strategy. I'm trying to build it so the enemies are going to have to pass here, what, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So enemies will have to pass through this gauntlet 4 times, which is going to be quite nice. And, you know, now we can actually build a little maze throughout here as well. So we'll start down this way, and then we'll start up this way, and we'll give these enemies a lots to do here. So let's just let it fly. Looks like we're going to get towers and wires again for this next one, so good stuff there. We are going to build a devastating little gauntlet here, there is no doubt. Let's see, let's go like that. We'll bring that one up. Go ahead and skip one, and then bring those back down. Let's continue to maze it out here. Now, I think I'll probably end up moving some of these, perhaps. Let's grab the wires here, just to increase our little maze as best as we can. Basically, I want these enemies to have to pass these towers just a bazillion times. The more time you get the enemies past, the better off you are. And then remember, we still got a whole nother chain, assuming we live that long, where we're going to be able to create another little gauntlet down below here. Alright, let's see. Plus 5 tower hit damage. Plus 1.1% chance to crit. That seems nice. But they're going to get 4% enemy resistances there. So part of it, too, is balancing it out. I'm going to go ahead and take that, but now I'm going to be wanting to look for one that's going to reduce enemy resistances instead of give them more resistance. I do like it tells you what is coming up next. This time we got 2 more towers. And, you know, I think we're just going to pop them right here. And really just create a massive, massive just killing zone right here. I am liking it so far, that is for sure. Very nice. And we got 2 more towers even. Wow. Well, let's just continue to do it up and create this little gauntlet right along this section. Now you see, I've got, I had 6 salvage coming into this map. I've earned 4 so far this run. So I'm going to have 10 salvage at the end of this one, and I'll be able to work on that permanent progression a little bit. Now, I'm going to continue with them like that. And then let's bring these back down. What do we want to do here? You know, I kind of feel like I want to bring this line all the way over here now. Which we will work on that as we get more wires here. Definitely creating a nice little gauntlet. The more towers, the merrier. Okay, here we go. 5% enemy resistances. 3% attack speed, but then they get a 4% chance to dodge. So I don't want that one. Here we get the tower attack speed, but we lose the tower hit damage. But we can lower those enemy resistances back down to 0. So let's go ahead and take that one and let it fly here. We are on, what, wave 26 now, so we're getting there. We are getting there for sure. Very nice. Now here we got wires and towers. Let's take that option. any opportunity to have more towers, the happier I'm going to be. And then now, let's continue this down. So I want to take this one all the way to, say, right there. And then we'll create another little maze over in this side. Once again, assuming I last long enough to get that done. We got wires and towers again. I love it. I love it. This is definitely looking good. So let's get another one here. Remember, this is the area that the enemies are going to be passing 4 times. So I want to really load it up so that they're having to pass just a huge, huge gauntlet of towers over and over again as they go through. We are looking pretty darn good, though. There's no doubt here.
Best of luck to you with your one Yes!
Right. See, tower chance-based effects occur 7% more frequently. Wow, 11% chance to spawn as a brute, though. Oof. Let's go ahead and lower their resistances and increase their speed. And continue on. Away we go. We are wave 29 now. We're going to get some more wires here on this next one.
No matter. One switch down.
Alright, let's grab these wires. And let's stretch this over to there. Then we'll bring it up, and then we'll create another little maze over here coming down as soon as we get some more wires. But let's go ahead and let it fly. At this point, it's just about getting more towers down. So, in fact, I almost feel like I should move these up. But they do have pretty good range and pretty good coverage right there on the corner where they're at. So, we will leave those there. We got another salvage for that permanent progression. So, good stuff there. Let's just keep it. I tell you all, I cannot get enough of this game. I popped in just to check it out because I figured, hey, a free tower defense game, you know, it's a free tower defense game is always worth a look. And I cannot turn this game off. It is just so much fun. So, let's see. Let's get our little maze going here. I like it. I think that might be all we should really do. I mean, I guess I could do up a little bit more right around this section.
Oh, one switch down. I'm so scared. Oh, yeah.
Very nice. Okay, we got wires and towers. Let's see. How do we want this one to go? Something like that, maybe? Yeah, I'm thinking that will work, and we'll drop our extra tower right there, and just let it fly. Okay, we got some more wires coming now. Looks like they are getting pelted to no end. Now, alright, now I want to start picturing what I want to do with this other set. And I'm thinking I want to just bring them right down and then over. And I'm going to run this one all the way over, and then that will allow me to create another little maze area down here. Once again, assuming I live that long. We'll have to see here. Things are starting to get hot and heavy here at wave 34.
No matter. One switch down.
They're hitting one switch like no problem at all, but they're still a long stretch away from getting to that second switch, so that is about the furthest anything has made it so far. Okay, now here's just a 2% chance to dodge. Oh, here we go. Some crowd control. 5% chance on hit to stun an enemy. And it gives them 5% enemy life. But boy, I like the thought of that. Let's get a little CC in the mix here. See if we can't get some stuns going off. Now, it's only a very brief stun. But remember, we can choose that one again as we progress here.
Impudent peasants.
Very, very nice. I am digging it. Now, they still got a ways to go. And remember, after they hit switch 2, they still got to get in to hit switch 3. So, even if they make it out and make it over here to 2, they're going to have to go back through the gauntlet to get to switch number 3. I tell you, man, this game is just, it's very unique. In, you know, it's a straightforward Pretty basic game, but it has a huge unique value and a huge bit of replay type value. Okay, they hit Switch 2 now, so we're starting to get pushed. However, they've got to make it all the way back in and all the way back out again. Okay, here we can get 7% attack speed, and it's not going to take them in the positive in resistance, so we will just let it fly here. This video is a little bit longer, of course, for a Tower Defense Tuesday video, but I wanted to kind of show a full run here and, you know, see what we can get done, see what we can build out. We've got a bunch more wires coming, so we'll be able to work on our little gauntlet down here below.
Only one switch left.
And there we go. So let's choose wires again. We'll continue out here and then just let it fly. Now, enemies, they're hitting the second switch pretty regularly now, so we're definitely going to have more and more of that. That's for sure. We've got 13 of the salvage, so we will be able to pick up something permanent. What you get, there will be options. Well, you'll see it here at the end of the run. Now remember, our experiment here is a one-shot, so if they get to that third switch and get back out again into our experiment, oh, it's going to be unhappy times. Let's see, let's go with this increased life, but 12% lower resistances. That seems pretty good. Yeah, they're getting mowed down pretty heavily here now. Of course, I need more towers. I am ready. I am ready for more towers. Okay, switch number 2 is hit, and they still got to make it back in. Now remember, all of the enemies have to touch the switch, so it's not like one gets to the switch and then they're all good. They all have to get to it there. See, enemy chance-based effects occur 4% less frequently, and then another 5% enemy resistances. Let's take that one. We're at wave 40 now, so I think this might be my best run so far yet. And I haven't done too many. I've done a few runs, though. It's been just, like I said, just a ton of fun playing. Oh, yeah. They are going to make it through to 2 and possibly even back to 3. As there is just a lot of enemies here. We will see. Now remember, they do have to make it all the way back out after they hit 3, so just because they hit 3, it's not a loss quite yet, but obviously I'm getting pushed here, so I'm not going to be able to get my full maze set up like I wanted. Alright, let's see. 3% enemy speed for 2% damage and an additional 6% resistances. Let's take it. 3% speed doesn't seem too terrible. But these guys are on the push, that is for sure. Alright, switch number 2 is hit. It's getting close. It is getting close. It looks like there's not going to be much alive. Oh yeah, I think we're good. I mean, we're good on this one. Okay, we got 9 more wires, so we continue to try to build this out. I'm hoping I'm able to get a maze for the lower section set up here, but, you know, obviously we're not there yet.
One switch down, try again.
The stun has been nice. I think that's the first time I've seen that stun. Now, of course, there's going to be more towers. There's going to be more enemy types. There's more things coming when the full game hits. I'm super stoked about it. I cannot wait to play this in its full fashion. So very excited to see this game develop. And, I mean, hats off to do that. I just can't speak highly enough about the game so far. It is just maddening, its level of addiction, there's no doubt. Let's see. Alright, so now we finally made it down. Let's come down this way first. So we'll bring this one down to here, and then we'll bring this one up, and we'll create that maze. Now, if we're able to get this little maze area done, we're going to want to move some of these towers down into this area, where they can double dip on both sides. Looks like we're going to get some towers and some wires, and that will be quite welcome, that's for sure. And they are definitely getting to the third. They are quite healthy. Oh no. Are they going to make it? There's only 2 left. They are quite healthy. Oh, and it is over. So close. It was going so well. But that is a look at a run. Now here is the permanent progression. I now have 14 salvage, so I'm able to spend the 14. We've got some here that cost 8 salvage. The quick doodad, plus 7% tower attack speed, but plus 6% enemy resistance. We got the potent doodad of minus 5% enemy resistance, plus 3% speed. We've got 6 tower hit damage. You know what? I think I'm going to save them up, because I want some of these bigger ones. They go all the way up to, this teasing gadget. 5% chance on hit to stun an enemy. That one is a good one. I really want to save up for that. It would be nice to get that as a permanent fixture there. However, we're not going to spend any of our salvage. We're just going to keep it and head on out. But there we go. That is a look at Frankenstorm. I don't know what else to say other than download this game. It's free. There's zero reason for you not to download it if you have a PC. So download the game, check it out. The links are in the description below, and it is an absolute blast. Cannot suggest this one highly enough. And really, this is the best Tower Defense Tuesday game I think I've seen in a little bit. I've just really been enjoying it. But thanks again, y'all. I do appreciate everyone watching. And I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.